Here we go. It is an end of August update. So the first thing we're going to be going over is this On30 1 foot by 5 foot shelf layout that will be going right above the computer monitors, workstation and programming track, and under the NASCAR diecast diorama there. It's going to go like right here or so. It's going to go a whole 5 foot length. And it's just enough to fiddle with my third scale, which is On30. For those who do not know what On30 is, it is narrow gauge O scale that runs on HO track. Now, technically I'm using the wrong track. If I wanted this to simulate narrow gauge track, then I would have to cut out every other tie, but I really did not feel like doing that. This project is meant to be as cheap as possible. All this track I already had, and I will explain how now. So, basically, my grandfather, I called him Grampy, had told my grandmother to start collecting the Thomas Kincaid stuff from Bachman so that I would have a whole train set to play with once I became of a decent age to do so. Unfortunately, a little bit after that, he had passed on. She did buy the On30 stuff, and it was gifted to me when I became of a decent age to be playing with it. And then later on, I was in my grandmother's basement, and I had found a lot of my grandpa's old track and such. So all this track, all these switches, were my grandfather's. So as a little homage to him, you know, I'm sure he's watching this right now. As a little homage to him, I have decided to use his track to throw together a switching layout so that I can run the trains that he had picked out for me. So, pretty happy about this. At some point, I might have another 2 foot by half foot piece, just to extend this main line a little bit. Because I can't have it come out the whole foot because the door will eventually get in the way. But if I do half foot deep, I can kind of extend that another 2 feet or so. So yeah, that might happen at some point. But for now, it's 5 foot layout. Basically, the whole thing about this is almost any given point can clear a mogul and a coach, right? Okay, so this fits it well. This fits it well. We can have it come over here. The engine fits in here. The engine will fit in here. The car will not, but that's okay, because you just need the car to clear this switch. Have the car park it in the middle. Take your engine, run her around, hook up to it from the other side, and then do what you want to do. You know, left this bit here for scenery, left this bit here for scenery, and then this bit here, maybe put a depot here, maybe a water tower here. You know, there's stuff that can be done here, right? There's no buffers, if you will, on these ends, because this is going to be up against the shelf. For this, I just kind of made some out of ties. I don't know, they're not meant to look pretty, they're meant to be functional. So yeah, that's that. As far as the HO stuff goes, get down here. Not much has changed, really. It's pretty much all the same. Soon here, I'm gonna be packing up a lot of this stuff for the model railroad days at the Pennsylvania Railway Museum, the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum. There we go, in Strasburg, Pennsylvania. We will be there August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Running trains all day long, so if you feel so inclined, go ahead and stop by, say hi. Gonna be there all weekend. It's gonna be a blast. Other than that, we have the System 1 working again. The System 1 is once again working. It is currently connected to the N-scale stuff. So let me go ahead and turn that on. So the system one is currently connected to N scale. The Smart Booster 5 and Power Booster are still connected to HO. And we just have a little N-scale tester hooked up here. Right, so if I grab my throttle, put it in reverse, see she is moving. Right, alongside that we also have the power cab isolated to its own program track for both HO and N scale. So now I can do all my programming in one spot, and if I do really need to use JMRI, I can just program it on the main. Really, generally, if you're using the program on main function, nothing can go wrong, provided you don't have anything of two of the same address. But yeah, so that's awesome. That's awesome. Very happy about that. That being said, that's about it. And I will either see y'all in the next video, or I will see y'all in Strasburg. Have a good one, guys.